AutoZone presents the DAZN Boxing Show on the road from Sheffield as we count down to Saturday night's showdown between the Steel City's own Dalton Smith and America's Jose Zepeda. Before Jamie Ward and Darren Barker preview that and the rest of the card, the main event fighters face the press.
I am in great shape. I've been here before when I fought for the World Championship in 2017 against Terry Flanagan, I believe. Very bad experience. I was happy when they told me about this fight. Thank you for the opportunity, to the Dalton team for the opportunity. I'm glad to take it. All I'm looking for this fight is my fourth opportunity for the world title. I know I've been close, like you say. And about Dalton, I seen him. He's he's a young fighter. He's stepping up because he wants to see if he's in the top level. And I guess we're just gonna have to see on Saturday. I don't believe there's no need to be a lot of talking. Or I think everybody that knows my career know that I give it all inside the ring. So I'm gonna do the same. I am 100% ready. And I'm happy to be here. I'm enjoying every moment.
We haven't seen Jose as a sliding fighter. You know, he's only lost at the world level. You know, none of his losses have been on the way down. So, you know, that's why we took this fight. We're prepared for, you know, the best of Jose. You know, like he says, he's only in for the biggest opportunities now, the biggest fight. So, you know, his career's on the line for this fight. And like I said, this is a step up for me, and it's the opportunity for me to propel my career onto the world level. Yeah, it's definitely a jump, but you know, you see the level where I've progressed through. You know, I've been ready for that jump probably 2 fights ago. So you know, this is the perfect time for me now to, you know, like I said, propel my career onto that next level, chasing those bigger things. And like I say, I'm confident. I've had, you know, one of the best camps of my career. So, you know, like you say, it's going to be, the fans are going to be in a treat for this fight.
Everybody finds out when you step up a level. I remember when I fought Ramirez, it was the first time that I stepped in the top level. In the first round, as soon as I throw the jab, I knew I was in there on another level. I think he's going to find out soon. And like I say, I give him props for jumping that high, him and his team. And if he believes it, well, we're going to see on Saturday. All I could tell you is that I'm 100% ready. I'm focused on that fourth opportunity world title.
And I believe I've got the better boxing brain. Of course, any fight, what you're going to, you've got to be switched on. You can't just, you know, switch off. That's how, you know, you lose in boxing. Switch off for a second, that's where you lose. So, you know, 12 rounds, I'm switched on. You know, my biggest performance so far in my career, and yeah, can't wait to show you all.
I'm only looking for big fights, for another title or another big fight, and I know if I lose this fight, I won't get that. And I have said that if I lose this fight, you know, you might not see me in the boxing anymore. But what I haven't said is that, with all honesty, this is my best camp in my entire career. I'm at 34 years old. It was my best camp. I did everything twice as hard. And that is because I want to win and I want to get that forward opportunity for the title. So like I say, there's no need to be a lot of talking. I believe I seen one of his fights, and the styles are going to clash, and it's going to be an exciting fight. The people are going to end up winning on this one.
For me, it's one of my favorite belts, and you know, one I've always looked towards. So, like you say, it's big opportunity for me here to, you know, move my career along. And like you say, it's pushing closer to a world title, and you know, it's the same situation for Jose. So, you know, can't wait.
Well, hello everyone. We have just wrapped up the final press conference here, fight week in Sheffield. Dalton Smith, Jose Zepeda. What a massive step up this is. English, British, Commonwealth champion Dalton Smith. He's looked immaculate through 15 fights, but he's in here, Darren, with a 3-time world title challenger in Jose Zepeda. What does this fight represent for Dalton Smith right now?
Well, a level check. You see if he can go to the next level, which really and truly for Dalton Smith now is world. is world level. Kind of sidestepping, we don't know yet, but the European title, we don't know what's going on there. But I believe personally, technically, ability-wise, mental toughness, that Dalton Smith is ready to step to that next level. He has to get past Zepeda, though, who is a danger man. He really is. He's proven at that level. Like you say, numerous time world title challenger. He can punch. He can really punch. But not to get too technical, but I'm going to jump in a little bit.
I know what you're going to say, yeah.
It's the southpaw.
Yeah.
It's the southpaw.
He loves the southpaws.
Ability in looking very good against them. I mean, and we just touched on this, the Samo Mason performance for Dalton Smith was not only a standout performance, but a masterclass in how to fight a southpaw. Look, Zepeda is better than Samo Mason, no disrespect, Sam, but you're talking about a world title challenger here who can really fight, can really punch. But it's just the knack, the know-how from Dalton Smith, that schooling, them fundamentals, that pedigree. He just knows what to do. There's so much variation with the lead hand and the left hand. He doesn't miss. He cannot miss. When he fights the southpaw, he cannot miss with that left hand, and that could be the difference. Another thing we've spoken about is the willingness and the eagerness for Dalton Smith to want to look good. And I just feel, along with Jose Zepeda, that the fans are going to be the ones that are left feeling very happy on Saturday night, because styles will gel. Zepeda knows it. He's an experienced fighter. He looks at Dalton Smith. He knows there's a fire in the eye with Dalton Smith every time he fights. Zepeda wants to land the big shot. I think we're in for a real cracker here, and one will find out how good Dalton Smith is.
Absolutely, Jose Zepeda, just listening to him in the build-up, absolutely desperate to land a fourth crack at World Honours. Obviously, he boxed here back in 2015 against Terry Flanagan, second round, dislocated his shoulder in his world title fight before Dalton, 4 years I think that was before Dalton had even turned pro. So a real brilliant measuring stick this for Dalton Smith this Saturday live on DAZN. But your chief support could be a headliner in its own right. What a brilliant fight this is. Terry Harper, two-time world champion, from super featherweight all the way up to super welterweight, back down at 147. She's in with Sandy Ryan, 147, as I say, WBO world welterweight champion. Both fighters coming off controversial draws that have been debated and contested. I think Sandy Ryan's fight with Jessica McCaskill more so than Terry Harper's draw with Cecilia Breakhouse, but a big fight in both of their careers.
Massive. And I think, look, first off, we've got to take our hat off to both for taking this fight. I think Terry Harper as well, what she's achieved already as a professional two-weight world champion, aiming to become a three-weight world champion. It's incredible. Down now at a more natural weight. I think it's fair to say hasn't looked that great at 154. Hannah Rankin victory, probably the best out of those.
When you say not great, a bit slower?
Well, a little hesitant, I felt. I think she waited too much against Brackhurst. I think she could have led a little bit more, but I think that's that size that, let her sort of hold back slightly. But it's a brilliant fight. Sandy Ryan has made some real sacrifices. Spent a lot of time over in the States, new team.
New manager as well.
Everything's new. And we've touched on the Farias defeat. She bounced straight back, didn't she? And look, it's a great fight. It really is a great fight.
And when you look at what's on the line for these two guys at super welterweight, final eliminator this now for the British title. Troy Williamson, we saw him last December against Kevin Ajarko, lost a close fight. I think it was a split decision. And of course, Ishmael Davis, who's working with Sonny Edwards, and he's been put in this position, almost fast-tracked a little bit. Had a really good win against Ewan McKenzie last November, but this British title is vacant now, formerly held by Samuel Antwi. It's going to be contested, I believe, later in the year, just been mandated between Louis Green and Sam Gilly as well. Yeah. Sorry, name escaped me there just for a second. But a big fight, like I say, for both of these guys. And what Eddie was saying on the stream, every fight, seemingly on this card, has big repercussions and big openings that could follow.
But he doesn't think the home corner, if you like, is going to win every fight here. He thinks there's going to be an upset, if you like. Look, for me, Davis, we know he's a very good fighter, shown lots of potential, but Troy Williamson on the flip side has proven at that level. He's been a former British champion. I've heard Ishmael Davis say this is a really important fight for Williamson, that he has to win this. Where does he go after that? Well, I tend to disagree with him. I think this is more important for Davis. You know, a defeat here would really set him back a few steps, levels, whatever you want to call it.
Does he maybe mean because Troy's lost 2 of his last 3, Josh Kelly?
The thing is,
you know.
I know what you're saying with that, and sorry to jump in, but Troy Williamson has won a British title. He's achieved. So if he does lose, okay, well, look, I can always, if I do choose to retire, I've won a British title. Davis, if he was to lose, you know, it's another rebuilding, well, not another, it's a rebuilding process. Because
this is a step up. It's his first 12 rounds.
It is. I just feel, you know, he should maybe be probably putting a bit more pressure on his own shoulders to go out there and achieve. I must say, what a good bloke and a very good fighter, though, and that is a brilliant fight. Really
good fight. And then second fight on the card. What about this? 25 years and 25 months. How about that for a stat? I think it's just over 9,156 days. Don't quote me on that. But back in the February of 1999, Campbell Hatton's father, Ricky Hatton, won his first professional title, the Central Area Super Lightweight title, which his son Campbell has the chance to walk away this weekend with that belt on his shoulder. I mean, this strikes me not only as definitely the hardest fight of Campbell's career, not maybe, actually here's a question, is it the hardest fight mentally for him, this fight? Or has he already come through tougher mental tests, like in Gibraltar, like in Tottenham?
It is a good question. I would probably say it is, yes, because this is the sink or swim moment. This is the moment where you've got an opportunity to win your first title as a professional. So it's extremely important. This is going from this sort of level to, right, I'm a fully fledged professional that's won a title now. And you want to be that fighter. You don't want to be this sort of fighter that nearly got there. So for Campbell, I think he'll be feeling the pressure slightly. Flint, good fighter, seasoned, well schooled, can move, can fight, can pose problems. I was interested to Flint. I'm not too sure if he's going to do this, but at the press conference saying, stand in the centre of the ring with me. I think that suits Campbell Hatton. I think the elusiveness of Flint when he moves could be the trouble. Could cause problems for Campbell. But it's a brilliant fight. Again, it's another one. It's so intriguing. You know, where the winner really pushes on, the loser is going to be left there scratching the head thinking, now what? It's great.
Well, it was the first belt his trainer and uncle Matthew Hatton won.
That's mad.
The Central Area title,
brilliant.
2004.
I love that stat.
That was a 154,
best stat you come out with. I like that.
Yeah, super welterweight.
I like it.
Ricky's first title, so it'd be brilliant for Campbell. But like we say, just final one for Campbell to etch his own name into the books, not be known as Matthew's nephew,
exactly that.
Not be known as Ricky's son. No one can take that away from him if he wins this belt.
My first title was the Southern Area middleweight title, and I always remember being slightly kind of relieved because whatever happened after that moment, I'd won something as a professional. That was it then. I'd done it. I'd achieved something as a professional.
Big box tick mentally.
Massively. And, you know, it's the same for Campbell. It's a big moment.
Well, Jimmy Joe Flint also bang up for it. Nico Levar's in a good fight. That one, a final eliminator for the English Super Bantamweight title, currently held by Zepeda, saying he's in with Peter Miga. 7 p.m. that one, opening the live broadcast from right here, Sheffield, the Utilita Arena. Before the bell, though, around about 5:15 p.m, 3 fights to look forward to on there. And your man here, Mr. Darren Barker, will be taking you through all the action as lead commentator. Still makes him smile, doesn't it? Myself, Jamie Ward, Darren Barker will be there this weekend, live on DAZN from Sheffield. We hope to see you there as well.
Here's a reminder of what's coming your way on the main card this Saturday night. We start with a final eliminator for the English Super Bantamweight title, as Nico Levers battles Peter Miga. Campbell Hatton looks to move to 15-0 when he faces James Flint. There should be fireworks when Ishmael Davis and Troy Williamson clash in a final eliminator for the British Super Welterweight crown. The co-main is for the WBO World Welterweight title, as Terry Harper and Sandy Ryan go head-to-head. Then the main event sees Sheffield's own Dalton Smith face Jose Zepeda for the WBC Silver Super Lightweight strap. So make sure you join us on Saturday. Before the bell is followed by the main card at 7 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. Eastern, as sparks are sure to fly in the Steel City.
We start before dawn in this city. As the birds sing and the day draws its first breath. Amongst the furnace dust lays the city of steel. Hammers din, thunder rolls, and lightning strikes more than twice.
Good work from Dalton Smith.
That was a savage shot, brilliantly timed, brilliantly aimed.
That is the kind of statement that goes worldwide.
Sacred bonds forged over years move through generations of bloodlines.
Just hit the ball!
Dancing through a shower of sparks. We dance to the rhythm of victory. In this fighting city.
My city of steel.